Hey guys, welcome back. This is your host Phil from underKG.com, and today we got Xiaomi Redmi Note 7. The Redmi Note series, well, overall Xiaomi phones have always been the king of the budget smartphones. Well, at least I believe so. And this is their latest one with the Snapdragon 660 built inside. Firstly, on the packaging it says 18 months warranty. If you live in mainland China, you'll get 18-month warranty with this budget smartphone. On the back, we got some noticeable features like 48 megapixels of main camera, Snapdragon 660 octa-core processor with some AI powers, and 4,000 milliamps of generous battery capacity built inside. And inside the packaging is a little packet containing a case, as always, for a Xiaomi phone. Not a very high quality, but at least you're given one. So here is initial protection for your phone and the warranty card and the quick start guide. Under that is the handset itself. Here we go, Redmi Note 7. It comes in 3 different colors. There's the black one, blue one, and the red gradient one. They all look nice. We had to opt in for a black one because there's a high demand for the rest of the colors. The rear looks a bit like some of the Huawei devices, like the P10 Lite, but we'll get into that after taking a look on the rest of the elements, like the USB cable. That's Type A to Type C. Yes, the phone has the USB Type C port, unlike some of the other budget devices with the older micro USB standard. And here we go with the charger. This is not a fast charger. It's 5 volts 2A, so that's 10 watts at max. The phone itself does support Quick Charge 4 at your extra expense. And of course, the phone, the Redmi Note 7, and taking off the screen protector, shows us the screen with the little notch right there, containing 12 megapixels of front-facing camera, and there's a receiver on top. There's a little bit of bezel on the bottom. I'm not necessarily strict on the bezel, so it doesn't bother me that much, but if you are type of person for symmetry, then it might. On the back is 48 megapixels of sensor right there. That's f1.8. That's pretty bright. And 5 megapixels of secondary depth sensing sensor for your AI portrait mode stuff. Under there is the LED flash, 48 megapixels AI dual camera marking, and the fingerprint sensor, Redmi logo. Xiaomi has created the new Redmi branding. It always has been called Redmi for the rest of the world aside from the Chinese regions, but now they have a logo called Redmi by Xiaomi. So they're probably calling it as a sub-brand of Xiaomi rather than the model codes. On the right-hand side, you got the volume rocker with the power key, and on top is the beloved 3.5mm headphone jack, secondary microphone for noise cancellation, and the infrared port for remote controller. And on the bottom is a USB-C port speaker. This looks like a pair of speakers, but this one probably is just housing a microphone inside. And on the left-hand side, you got the SIM card tray. That's a hybrid dual SIM, so you can choose between having 2 SIM cards or a SIM card along with the microSD card expansion. All right, the phone is done booting up. Let's go ahead with the setup process. This is a Chinese version without any Google Play services, so it's gonna be real quick, and it only has limited number of languages. Simplified Chinese, traditional Chinese English, and 2 of the autonomous regions in mainland China. And connect to network, we're gonna skip that. Skip, 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 skip. You can choose a theme and skip. And the navigation mode, which is a navigation bar, classic navigation bar, or the full screen gesture where you can do the iPhone style gesture control. So setup is complete, and here we are with the main launcher. All right, what you see is a 6.3 inches Full HD Plus panel. That's an LCD, not an OLED, not any fancy technology, but it looks pretty nice. It doesn't look that bright, and it does look a little glossy without any anti-reflection coating on it. But you can at least choose the contrast and colors. You can make it default, warm, cool, or any other spot on the screen that you wish. And of course, increased or standard along with automatic contrast on your choice. There's also raise to wake. And if you go to the full screen display, you can choose between full screen gestures and buttons. So you can do something like this, the gestures. Swiping from the edge is gonna work as back button, and holding on that screen is gonna go multitasking, you know, the classic iPhone style. Although iPhone also did kind of benchmark them from the BlackBerry operating system, and maybe there was something else. There was Palm. Anyway, unlike the phones with the bigger notches, this does not have the notch hiding feature. Maybe Xiaomi thought this wasn't really that annoying. The biggest feature, of course, is the 48 megapixels of main camera, and the sensor is Samsung ISOCELL Bright GM1, so that's 48 megapixels, or it's got a quad Bayer filter so you can take a 12 megapixels of clearer, brighter, and sharper photos. And honestly, I can't really complain that much when a phone costs a fraction of the flagship devices. It's got Snapdragon 660, and recently I've covered another phone with Snapdragon 660, that's Galaxy A9 2018, and the base model Redmi Note 7 costs less than one third of the Galaxy A9 2018. Even at the highest spec, it costs around $200 US, while this one costs $40-ish. So that's a really impressive bang for the buck. Again, not surprising for a Xiaomi, but then again, I'm still surprised at how they do this. All right, so that was a quick unboxing on the Xiaomi Redmi Note 7. It looks like a very solid device. There's no metal frame or anything fancy, but front glass with the Gorilla Glass, rear is also glass. It's got fast charging if you get the compatible charger. It's got Bluetooth 5.0, it's got 4G plus 4G dual SIM, and the portrait mode for both rear and front facing camera. So yeah, that sounds really, really promising. We'll be back with the review very soon. Until then, if you have any questions, please do leave them down on the comments below. You can always meet us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. We'll see you guys later. Ciao.